Good morning, guys. Unfrequented world. Today we're going to do a very important test. Last year we did a maximum Eevee range test, and I looked up all those numbers this morning. 63.2 kilometers was what we got. Now, if you remember, I called this an unrealistic test. That means I'm going to keep the car moving as safely and quickly as I can, but if I can do 35 in the 50, 40 in the 50, that's what we're going to do, and we're going to see how far we can go maximum Eevee test with this battery. Now, why it's important is because Mitsubishi has started working on my car, and they've brought the amp hours up 0.6 amp hours after tooling around with it twice. So let's get this test in. That way we can compare it to last fall, see how much less distance we can travel, and we'll have a new benchmark for the further testing that Mitsubishi is going to end up doing on my car. There's the numbers for this morning. 98% charge right now. 33.8 amp hours is what we're starting with. And the maximum is 34.5. That's after Mitsubishi has played with it. Also, at the end of this movie, I just did a 365 kilometer road trip on the weekend. And most of that was on cruise control. I just wanted to see what kind of numbers we get. Stay tuned at the end. I'll show you that as well. The trick to doing this test is to go out in the morning so there isn't as much traffic. Today is a holiday, so I can go as slow as I like. Okay, so I've taken some flack lately online about being a Canadian, being too polite, I'm not pressing this issue enough, etc. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I have taken steps to prove that I'm serious about this issue and I want my car fixed. I have kidnapped Kyle. He is safe, but he is in my basement, and I'm only feeding him oatmeal. So until I get my car fixed, there is no more Kyle. They will not get him back until my car is fixed. And that's that. What the heck is this? Right in the middle of my test drive. Oh, we gotta change the route. If nothing else, I can be adaptable. Back to what I was saying. Mitsubishi, I get my amp hours, you get your Kyle. It's actually costing me quite a bit to keep him fed, so if you guys could hurry this up a little bit, I'd appreciate that. I'm stopped at a red light, and a guy literally just went around me and passed me in the side lane here to turn right. What the hell? Am I just getting old, or I don't know, but the friggin' driving, I can't believe that. Stopped at a red light, and a guy goes around me on the left lane, which is oncoming traffic lane, at a red light, so he can go around me and turn right. Since I've put the summer tires back on, I have noticed increased range, which is good. However, I'm still struggling to get more than 40 kilometers in my regular driving, which seems to be down probably, 5 to 7 kilometers from what I was getting last summer, the end of the summer. So it is making a difference. I don't know what this test is going to bear. We're halfway through right now, and we've got 28 kilometers done and 19 left showing on the gasometer. And I am trying my darndest to coast along here and stretch this out as much as I can, so we'll see. So that being said that my range is down, this car still works for me. I'm going to tell you guys some numbers coming up at the end of the video, how far I went in between tanks of gas here, and you're still going to go, hey, what's he complaining about? The reason this car works for me is because I work from home. 3 days a week, I work from the home office, and I can charge twice a day. So I go out, and my day gets broken into 2 sets of trips out. Kids stuff, school, all that stuff in the morning. Then again in the afternoon, they each have things they do. I take them out to the Y, swimming, dancing, singing, you name it. We're going 7 nights a week. And that's why this car works for me, is that I can come home and charge again in between every day. So for me, it's not a huge issue, but hey, if you could get that 20% battery back, why wouldn't you? Hey, look at that, school zones. That means 40. Hey, we're doing 40. Fantastic. 32 kilometers an hour, 34. I mean, I don't know what unrealistic is, but I'm trying, guys. I'm pushing it as far as I can, and the numbers are not good. So just a reminder, the numbers from last fall were 63.2 kilometers. And I feel that I didn't have to baby the car as much as I'm babying it today. So we're not even going to be close to that. And we're just crawling. If you can see out the window there. This is unrealistic as it gets, guys. So yeah, here, I'll show you the numbers. We're almost out of battery right now. Okay, the gasometer just went to dash, so I want to show you guys the eco information before the engine kicks on. We're at 100%. Look at that average consumption, 13.9 kilowatt hours. Now, I have babied this. Normally, we'd be somewhere between 17 and 20 in a normal drive with no heat, and me driving as conservatively, 50 kilometers an hour kind of thing. So in this test here, we were well under 50. We'll check the dog numbers to get the average at the end. There we go, EV mode just canceled. 51 kilometers even. Okay, so we will look at the numbers in a minute here, but I just wanted to say, I know right off the top of my head, I'm having a hard time in normal driving conditions reaching 40 kilometers. I'm 38 to 40. And last summer I was easily 45 to 50. I was over 45 most trips. So I can feel it, guys. This was a case of extreme babying. This is EV maximum range. I feel I did the best I could do today. There wasn't anything else I could change. And we were, we're 12 kilometers under what we were 6 months ago. So let's take a look at the dog numbers and see how it compares to that trip that we did, our last maximum EV range test. Well, there's an hour and a half of my time I'll never get back. Here on the bottom is the trip that we did, the last EV range test, and it was done on September 17th, so 8 months ago. And we'll just click on this. I'll show you guys. Our average speed was 40.4 kilometers, and 58 kilometers was our maximum. If we go up to today's test, we see the same thing. 38.5 and 62. So we're right in that exact range. Kilowatt hours, like I say, we're 13 point whatever. So we babied the heck out of this. I want to show you what's left in the battery after that trip. 33.6% capacity, 11.6 amp hours, or 3.6 kilowatt hours. 51 kilometers maximum EV range after 1 year and 20 days of ownership. And that's down, we'd have to figure out from 63.2. I'll put the percent somewhere, wherever there's room on the screen. That's the percentage loss of distance in 8 months that we're suffering from the battery here. Anyway, on to some trip data for you guys. Like I said, 365 kilometers on cruise control. Here's that data. Okay, the results from our last test with the cruise control versus hypermiling was pretty darn close. So I'm doing, 130 kilometer trip today, and I've used half the electric, and we're gonna run in hybrid mode. Cruise at probably 95 kilometers an hour, something like that. And I'm gonna show you guys what liters per 100 kilometers we get after that trip. We're gonna use cruise the entire way here on the highway. 100 kilometers done, still tooling along with the cruise on. Also, guys, I stopped and got gas on this trip. 977 kilometers since I put gas in this car. That's all of the in-town, every day, twice a day running that we do, purely on electric. I can't remember the last time I got gas, probably about a month and a half ago. And it was before I went away to Peru, so quite a while ago. And 29.3 liters is what the car took. So, hey, you can't beat the plug-in hybrid, guys. You just can't beat it. Okay, there it is, 163.4 kilometers. I'm gonna say 85% of this trip was done with the cruise on at 95. And there's the final numbers, 6 liters per 100 kilometers. So it's at this point, guys, where if you do more than 150 kilometers, you're really gonna see that start to go up, because you don't have any electric left. So we probably got close to 40 kilometers on electric. I used it in all the small towns on the way here. So if I didn't have electric, you're probably going to run somewhere around 8 liters, between 7.4 and 8 liters per 100 kilometers, depending on how many people you have in the car and weight and all that other good stuff. So, okay, there's total trip numbers. We're back home, 363.8 kilometers. And these are the return trip numbers. 6.2 liters per 100, 23.2 kilowatt hours, 48% EV driving. And that was with a charge at my buddy's. So if you've got friends that are gracious enough to let you charge at their place, hey, this is the car to buy. Well, don't even tell them. Just bring a really long extension cord. I actually plug it into the neighbor's house, and you'll keep your relationship with your friends good. Unless the neighbor's coming over to play cards and trips over the extension cord and then realizes something funny's up. It's okay. Kevin doesn't watch the channel. I quizzed him about some of the metal detecting videos, and he didn't have a clue, so he's not a fan.